And in fact, I'm having such a good time that we're running back the last half hour unsponsored.
Right?
Jill.
The secret to playing story-based games on stream as a variety streamer is you gotta go for it when you get there. You gotta go for the interval. You can't play 1 hour of Final Fantasy XVI every stream for 35 streams in a row.
No more chasing shadows. The hooded man isn't here.
This isn't Dark Souls 2.
should go.
Exactly. I feel like we all learned a little bit about ourselves inside of that cave. We broke all those Ring doorbells in there, though. They're going to need to get new security. I'm not answering any questions about the sub, okay? I don't know anything about the sub.
Are you sure you're all right? Whatever it is, you can tell me.
I had a hard enough time telling myself. I awakened as a dominant of fire.
It's an allegory
Right here
for
in this castle.
understanding that
running
you
from it
have
ever
male
since.
pattern baldness as a young man.
But now I know for certain who I really am. The
I'm a
second
bald.
icon of fire who killed my brother and burned this castle to the ground was me. Ifrit.
Clive.
I took so many lives that night and destroyed so many more.
Jill, I'm going to need you to click in both sticks to accept the truth, no matter how hard it is.
And I must atone for the crimes I've committed. But not before I learn the whole truth. How can a second icon of fire even exist? And why was I chosen as its dominant?
She has a Logitech. Too soon.
Who is the hooded man who brought us here? And what does he want? I need to know.
Do you think sales of that controller are like through the roof this week?
I might as well make myself useful.
Like, do you think at Logitech HQ they're like, it's tragic news,
We'll find
but
your
like
answers
at
together.
the same time, like wheels out a
I want to
graph?
learn the
Look
truth
at
too.
this.
There'll be time enough for atonement when we're done.
I was hoping you'd say that. I don't think I could do this without you. You never were.
There's
one to hide
stock
from the
dove?
truth,
Is it a pun or is it real?
and you haven't changed a bit.
Did the Navy come out and say the controller Bluetooth messed up or something?
I have changed. But I don't want to
It's
be
real?
that person anymore. The things she did were unforgivable.
They're down 3%. Okay, but what's the NASDAQ down today if they're down 3%?
They're what brought us back together.
It's down 12% this month.
Thank you, Jill.
Okay, what's it at the year to date? I don't look on a month to month, okay? Owen Wilson?
If he is here, then the disturbance I felt at the care must have been confounded. The hour is later than I thought.
Minus 14% year to date. Okay, that's not so good. The great news is you can lose 14% every year and still never hit zero. Where's my chalky milk? I told you to bring me some chalky milk.
Tell me,
My daughter, when there's basil in her pasta, even though she doesn't like green stuff,
suffer the same fate.
The man who delivered the coffer said, he said Sid paid him.
Me when I ordered one barbecue, one sweet and sour, but they put 2 sweet and sour in the bag.
And this is how you repay me? Find out where he is. I'll crush him, flay him, rip out his heart, him and all his filthy brood. And send every last one of them to hell.
Me when chatters say, "What are you playing next?" 5 minutes into a segment.
Yes, my lord.
I know he's making everybody uncomfortable with his level of aggression, dude. He's gonna open it up and it's gonna be like a box of cereal he ordered on Amazon. Oh, okay. Sorry. Hey, come back here. Sorry. Yeah, yeah, this is mine. I ordered it. Me when Al Nasser sells me inferior copper, but he tells me it's superior copper. Stop. I'm just trying to keep the wheels greased here, okay?
Benedicta.
I think I know what's in the box, because he said it. Ifrit awoken. Clive has gained control of the icon Ifrit, allowing access to new iconic abilities, such as Ignition, a fiery lunge that drives back enemies while dealing continuous damage, as well as unlocking the Limit Break gauge. Slots for Ifrit abilities are shared with those for the Phoenix and can be confirmed via the Abilities tab. The Limit Break gauge allows you to release Clive's Inner Beast and Semi-Prime into Ifrit by pressing L3-R3. Semi-priming temporarily grants increased attack potency and speed, gradual HP regeneration, and guard-breaking strikes.
So what?
Okay, I mean, there's a lot to tease apart here. Because we've now channeled Ifrit. Holy bursh. We haven't unlocked any Ifrit abilities, though. Which is like this one. No, wait. We've learned our Limit Break. Will o' the Wicks. Summon a storm of fireballs that circle Clive. Ignition. Attack while charging, inflicting multiple hits and forcing the enemy back, can be used mid-air. And these are like icon abilities, right? So this would replace... Well, you know what? Like, let me just tell you something right out of the gate. We need to replace Wicked Wheel. We already have one AoE. I always save this to use when the boss is staggered, and then it sucks. I always miss with it. It replaces a Phoenix ability. That's what I mean. So, like, if I buy... Oh, okay. I didn't do a proper segue. I think we can optimize greens. And reds, I don't know. I mean, I guess... I'm not taking my ult off. I do like Scarlet Cyclone, but it depends. Like if I'm using this for AoE, maybe, I mean, it depends what's more of a hassle. Groups of enemies or one single big lad? I don't think one single big lad has been like much of a problem. Ignition seems like something that would build up a crazy combo. Like if you used Ignition and Gouge when an enemy got staggered, then hit them with something that was like high damage, it would do crazy damage. Let's buy it. What happens when you upgrade it? Widens area of effect, increases potency. Sure, but I'd like a better green as well. Rook's Gambit. Jump back and deliver a punishing counter. And this is like a summon a tornado that slowly hunts down nearby enemies, ensnaring them and inflicting multiple hits. Interesting. Very interesting. Counter move is an interesting idea. But to have it on an icon, that would be kind of annoying. You can put reds and greens if you master them. It's too much for me, man. Let me get an ignition for now, and then I'll save some points just for the moment. And then I'm going to dump my Scarlet Cyclone to run ignition instead. And we'll keep this as an AoE for now, even though I think it's not particularly great.
We return to Eastpool. I promised the mayor I'd talk to him
For my
again,
playstyle, at least.
about Lady Hannah amongst other things. Though she may be loath to leave.
High potion,
Thinking she'd be safer with Sid too.
All right. We should arrange an introduction then.
Lady, did you see what happened back there? Like, it was crazy. I would like to fight an enemy to practice my new skills, please. Girls only want boyfriends with good skills. Drawing skills, bow hunting skills.
Torgal, what is it?
Torgal, relax. There's a backside to the architecture. The backside of water. Jay, are you here? That's is a reference to Jungle Cruise just for you. Potion? Little bro can't open doors. No, I promised I would be back.
What happened here?
Okay.
Imperials,
Hey, relax.
pay for this.
Oh, I'm steering ya. I'm steering ya. And then I get you all bunched up, and I hit you with a wicked wheel. And then the world's worst gouge of all time.
Sick of Torgal. Get him, boy.
That seemed kind of cool, though. Oh, I've initiated my limit break. Okay, in limit break mode, I will become a masher. I will be mashing square, at least for now. Get executed. Go ahead. Go ahead. How about you take one of these? Yo, ignition kind of comes off cooldown pretty quick. Dude, you can gather like multiple enemies in a single space. Huge. Huge. I didn't see any ice crystals falling from the sky during that. Thanks for nothing. Can't you become a 100-foot tall lady and snap your fingers and just like freeze them to death?
Thought you could escape us, did you, Branded? You were born a slave, and you'll die one.
I mean, I just can't imagine seeing me do that and then deciding like, yeah, I want a piece of that guy. You know how many buttons I have at my disposal? I have like infinite buttons at my disposal. Oh, do it. Ooh, punishing sick. I'll say. I mean, I don't know what you expect to happen here, but it's not going to be good for you. Oh, okay. You got a blocker up. Yeah, that's going to help you. There you go. You're dead, and you're blocked too. Come on over. Here. You want to see something cool? Watch this. You guys catch all that? Hit him with the stay down. Hit him with the lethal. Hit him with the stay down. Full limit break bars still. I mean, I guess if you want, I would be content. I would be content. Watch this. Watch this. Watch this. Oh! Aerial ignition? Not so good, actually. Can I burn 2 bars to just become the summon himself? To become the icon himself? What if? They're not afraid to introduce new mechanics here, so it wouldn't surprise me. In Night City, you can be Ifrit. I like any game that allows you to go War of the Monsters mode.
The bearers and those who sheltered them.
What, hammer with a bunch of little axe blades on the end of it? Okay. Casters in front. That's a neat trick.
Clive,
Hang on. Just gonna ignite on you real quick. Oh my god, he almost no-sold the ignition, man. Big whoop, big whoop. So you knocked me a little bit. So you got a car. That don't impress me much. So you got a car, but do you have the touch? How about a limit break into this super gouge? Into this wicked wheel? Fully break you. Follow it up with an ignition. Into an ult. I got so many tools in the toolbox, man. Oh, she's just walking into him. Come on. Cast an ice shard or something. Oh, you're in a world of hurt. Because I'm going limit break mode. I got too many tools in the toolbox, man. Are you seeing like all the stuff I have available to me now? Not my finest stagger, but you know what? I mean, he's still dead.
You know what to do, boy.
What did I tell you? Barely moved the needle on the experience bar. He's a fraud. You cooked him. I have killed multiple gods, including myself.
You deserved so much better. All of these people did. Better than my mother.
We're too late. Gav. Clive.
I knew I smelled something funny.
Acting on the orders of the Duchess, eh? We knew Eastpool was harboring bearers. Thought they were safe enough hidden up here, but someone must have let slip.
I think
They'd
it
have
was
only
Bernard.
come to us sooner, none of this would have had to happen. Fuck!
My mother always did despise bearers. The way father embraced them when the other nations spat on them as slaves. The way an accident of birth gave them a power that others lacked.
The way I don't hate
why
you,
kill
not even a
everyone?
little, not
They
even a
meant no
bit,
harm.
not even at
I
all.
just wanted to be free.
This world judges that a crime punishable by death. Which is why we're going to change it.
We're gonna change it to 25 years to life in prison.
Help.
Not death anymore. That's too
Got
much.
your own stuff to be getting on with.
We do.
This guy looks like Moriarty from Sherlock with a different
In that
haircut.
case, we should head back and tell Sid.
Tell
you
me
had a
I'm wrong
change of
about that
heart.
one.
He was always on it yet to join us.
All right.
He does! OMG, he
Last I heard, he was
does!
planning another excursion.
I told you I'm not
What
face
about the
blind.
villagers?
Oi. Can I leave yous lot
Do you
to
think
take care
Gav
of
is the
things
secret
here?
final boss?
Of course.
Gav is definitely Bahamut
you.
Neo.
All of you.
We just haven't seen him get mad because he's so in control of his emotions.
When you're ready, then.
Icon of the nose. Just becomes a huge pair of nostrils. 100-foot tall pair of nostrils.
Now, rats, lead me to your nest.
Quite the chin.
Lord Kupka has a message for your leader. If only he knew where to send it.
He's monologuing. Forehead guy. Skulking around in my bright yellow shirt. So true. I'm forced to return to the hideaway, but that's good. We could use a loot upgrade anyway, I think. He's camo because the whole thing is made of straw.
To Sid Solar, then. We have a lot to discuss.
Hang on, just wait. First, we got to speak to the blacksmith. Well, no, you know what? First, we should
Yes?
level our... We should buy new stuff, then level it at the blacksmith. Gaia Blade is worse than Invictus. Equip Mishan Cross is better than Goldwork Sash. Battle Change is worse than... You got nothing. You got nothing for me.
Come again. Oh, don't. I'm not much bothered either way.
She's selling straight up trash, man.
So, will it be?
Gaia Blade +1, though? I can't craft Stormcry. I don't... Oh, I already had Stormcry. All of my crafts get worse. What about reinforcing? I can't even reinforce on you? You guys need to get better manners for dealing with customers. Meet the Jeff Probst when I lose a challenge. What was that when I said you don't have anything for me? You know, it'd be a good sketch for our sketch comedy show. It's like a rip-off of Survivor, but the host says, "Okay, Ryan, I hope you've enjoyed having immunity for a week. I'm gonna need that idol back." And then I go to give it to him, and then I go, "Nope." And he goes, "Okay, but seriously." And then I hug it really tight, and I go, "I don't think so, Jeff. You can have it. I'm gonna need the idol back." Nope. As long as I hold this, I'm immune. It could work, man.
This place is getting more crowded by the day.
I tell myself the bustle's a blessing. There'll be
Too
time
similar
enough
to
for quiet
Zipline?
contemplation
Not
when
at
I'm
all.
dead.
You're gonna tell me a sketch is too similar to I Think You Should Leave? The show where all of the sketches are like a
Did you
weird
find
guy
the
is in an
answers you were
office?
looking for?
I still don't know what to make of this gift, curse,
A guy in the office going,
whatever
"What
it is
the
I've been
hell?"
given. But there is one thing I can say for certain. I am a dominant, Ifrit. And there is nothing I can do to change that. It is a burden I must bear.
Back off, banana
until my
breath.
dying
What'd you
day.
eat for lunch? A banana?
Spoken true. Forgiveness and in turn salvation can only begin with acceptance. It's a path we all must walk,
I
no
can't.
matter how colourful our histories.
Sid, you once told me that you wanted to build a place where people could die on their own terms.
I did.
I've been thinking about that. Why not a place where people can live on their own terms?
I never thought about that.
For 13 years, killing was all I knew. So obsessed with death that I never stopped to consider the lives of those around me. Lives that I see now were scarcely worth living. Be they bearers or beggars, most march blindly to their end, never realizing that they too deserve a choice. And and I dare not turn a blind eye to their suffering any longer.
So, atonement then, is it?
Also, we're in
That
love.
was the answer we found.
The only one we need.
I'll be expecting you both to pull your weight.
And we will.
Well then, with a sprinkle of fire and ice, this plan of mine might just work.
We did it! Victory theme!
What trouble are you looking to get yourself into now?
The best kind. We're going to
It's
slip
time
into the
to
Imperial
breed a
capital
golden chocobo.
and pay a visit to Mother.
Meanwhile, at the Hall of Justice, you ever wonder how they built stuff like this?
And the last of our farmholds in the eastern provinces has succumbed to the blight.
Without their yield, we'll be hard
Creative
pressed to fuel
mode.
granaries before winter.
You got me.
If there is a capital by then,
Jeremy
the
Irons
black
looking.
creeps closer as we speak.
And yet you do naught but bawl and bluster.
Here we go. Who invited this guy?
Your Radiance?
If it is fertile land the Empire acquires, we need but look south.
If you mean the crystalline Dominion's holdings, we are bound by mutual accord. Theirs is a neutral state whose borders we are sworn to respect.
Gentlemen, did we swear to see our people
My man's
starve?
sitting on a marble love seat. You think he's gonna listen to reason? No, of course, my liege. Forgive us, my liege.
The gates of Oriflamme buckle at the flood of those come seeking refuge from the blight. If there is not grain enough to feed
Your
those
chalky
within our
milk,
walls,
sire.
how, pray tell, will we feed those without? But instead of setting your minds to riddles such as these, you lock horns with an enemy from across the
Hostile
sea,
architecture ass
sending
bench.
our soldiers to the slaughter in their thousands. The Empire bleeds, and you sit here prattling like crones in a tea house. And you fancy yourselves leaders of men.
He's got me. He's sussed me out. I'm not a real man.
Naught without her citizens. We are but their
My father was a wheat thresher. I'm just a.
If their land is
I'm
being
just a
wrested
fraud.
away, it is our
The
duty
imposter.
to claim new lands for them.
Your Radiance! You cannot mean a war of conquest.
That is exactly what I mean. It is time we expanded our dominion. This is the will of great Grieger.
Of course, Great Grieger. Of course. Well, if it's the will of Great Grieger.
Then we must find a way to distract the citizenry. But how much will that cost? And what of our legions? Shall we raise the furs?
Well, someone will have to contend with the Dalmec.
Of course, the Dalmex. I didn't forget about the Dalmex.
Not much to do.
What are the Ferds? Nobody tell them, please. Let's just point and laugh. They don't know what the Ferds are. No, that feels good.
Where is my son?
He doesn't know what the Ferds
The
are.
Lord Prince is currently garrisoned at the Strait of Author. If it please you, I can send word requesting his immediate return to the Holy Capital.
That won't be necessary.
Yo, he's
Tell
doing the
him
walk,
instead
though.
to see to his wounds. Bahamut's strength will be needed again.
Am I crazy, or is he kind of getting a little Cat Williams with it? He is. OMG, he does.
I must have misheard. You mean to tell me that the mother crystals are the reason the world is dying? Are you mad?
I have been called that on occasion, but no, not today.
I didn't see him get beat up by a middle schooler.
I've seen it firsthand.
He didn't get beat up by a middle schooler. He got jumped by a group of large 12-year-olds, okay? One-on-one, I think Cat Williams would take the 12-year-old, but he got...
I spent years searching for
he got
it
harangued.
until I saw it standing right in front of me. There, in the self-same crystals we look to for their so-called blessing. Alright, listen. Take this crystal. How does it allow us to conjure magics? Answer, by drawing ambient ether from the air. And where do these crystals come from?
The ground.
That's easy. They're mine from the mother crystals.
Oh, that's what I was gonna... That was my second guess.
And the same. Although admittedly this here fits more easily in the pocket.
But the mother crystals are massive. Some as large as mountains.
So you see the problem. Imagine just how much ether can be drawn by something that size. As to where it's all going, mind, well, I can't know everything, can I?
We are taught that the mother crystals are divine. Their ether a gift from the heavens. For centuries, nations have fought and fallen for want of that gift. If what you say is true, how did no one else see it?
Who says they didn't? Maybe the truth was inconvenient.
I see what you did there. It's an allegory for climate change.
Inconvenient to whom, exactly?
This crystal is giving mother right now.
The higher-ups? The gods themselves?
So now you want to do something about the crystals? And what? We're not helping bearers and dominants anymore.
I didn't say that. I made a promise and I intend to keep it.
But
if we continue down this path, there's only one fate that awaits the realm. And we can't very well set our people free if they're all lying dead in a blighted ditch. Not if we want to create a place where they can live on their own terms anyway. Sort of defeats the purpose. So, if we have to bring the old world crashing down in order to build us a new one...
That was the wrong time to have the PS5 controller resting on my groin. What happened? You're not gonna believe this one, Doctor. Have you ever heard of haptic feedback?
Your faith.
I picked it up for that one.
You could have just said aye. But it's nice to have you aboard all the same.
Hello. Hey, thank you. Holy cow. Just cut up.
You see?
What happened?
I was carrying
What have I got myself into?
Oh, like against your... Yeah.
I'm going to need more than a few potions for this.
Stairs.
Oh my god.
It's like this one, every time I walk, it hurts.
That one's really bad.
Yeah, and then this one too.
Holy cow.
Because it was like, I was like this, and they're like, tonk, tonk,
Yeah.
tonk, tonk. And I was like, ah! And then even though it hurts, like I had to keep doing it like this, because I couldn't go like this, because it was too heavy. Ah!
You're gonna have to wear like knee pads next time.
Yeah, well.
You can take some time to eat if you want. Oh, okay. Okay, let me throw in a slash marker then.